there's that old adage, you can't lose your job to an injury. I'm just curious, at some point Chance is going to be able to go full go. What's your belief on that in terms of, a guy losing his job to an injury?
Yeah, I think every situation is unique. And I think it's just, evaluating the guy that's currently playing and how he's doing and how we're doing as a team. And but yeah, I'm a big believer that it's not losing your position to injury. You've earned that position initially, and when you come back, if you're full go and ready to go, you're healthy. But I just think every situation is unique, and that's something that Jonathan and I'll talk. When Chance is ready to come back.
If Ben starts Friday, you guys win the game, he'll be 4-0 as a starter. At some point, when does the winning streak matter as a quarterback in terms of having to make the change?
Yeah, it makes it tough. And I think before I comment on it, I just have to that would have to happen, and then Jonathan and I would sit down and have the conversation. But that makes it a lot tougher.
Yeah, I'm only talking theoretically.
Yeah.
The forecast is for a quote-unquote atmospheric river for Friday. For an offense, how do you prep for something close to a monsoon?
We practice in the rain quite a bit here, and we feel we do some wet ball drills when we're doing exchange with the centers, and then mesh with tracks with the running backs. So it's something our guys are, I feel like, used to in the Northwest. And then offensively, you kind of feel out how in pregame how we're handling the ball, how we're throwing and catching it, and then kind of work your play calling accordingly.
But you guys haven't really seen any rain this fall. Today maybe is. Are you pulling hoses out and things like that to really get it wet? Or?
Yeah, we got those. We got some guys out there with squirt guns and water bottles that hose the ball down when we're doing like some of those drills and individual parts of practice. So our guys have done it. It's just both teams have to deal with it. It's just something playing up here in November that you got to deal with.
Yeah. Is there any update on Chance from yesterday to today?
No, not.
How much so the Washington pass defense, they've given up a lot of explosive plays, but as Nick mentioned, the weather really might limit the opportunity to go deep downfield with the football. Would you still be confident in your offense with Ben to do that in these conditions?
Yeah, and I think we'll see how it looks Friday night. But I think that they're a good defense, and you got to be able to keep them off balance. And so mixing the run and the pass, and trying to keep them off balance that way. And I think it's something that even if the weather's bad, we've got to try to do to be able to keep those guys honest.
Does it help to have an extra week to kind of figure out what to do with their pass rush? Because I don't know, you've played anybody that's had that much pressure on both sides, on both ends.
Yeah, the edge players are as good as we've seen all season. Really talented players. I think they lead the Pac-12 in sacks, or up there. They've got a ton of sacks, and so that's something. I think the extra week helps, and just our guys getting a little bit more reps at it, and seeing it on film, getting a good plan together. But that's something that'll be a big. It's been a big point of emphasis for us all week.
How much better do you feel like you've got it at pass protection? Because that's kind of been an issue, for a while, I guess.
I think it's game to game, and there's been some games where we've been pretty solid with it. We never want to really put ourselves into too many predictable passing situations. We always want to be running the ball and using our action game. Makes it a lot easier on those guys up front, but. It's something that I think we can improve upon, and I know it's something kind of in the bye week that it was a point of emphasis for us with the line, the tight ends, and the backs, quarterbacks. Everybody's kind of involved. Everybody's involved in that.
Is it too simple when you're talking about their pass rush to say that the key is getting in a lot of third and shorts? The more third and eights you get, the more trouble you're probably in.
Against these guys, you definitely want to stay out of those situations. Like I said, those edge guys are really talented players, and they present a lot of issues. They can get home with only rushing 4, which makes it tough. So we can stay on track, on schedule. That'd be nice. Stay in third and shorts, and even the third and mediums would be better.
How are you feeling just about the offensive production as a whole to this point, and what are some specific areas you're looking to see some improvement?
I think said there was the stretch against USC and Utah with the red zone turnovers. I think that's been something that was pretty frustrating those weeks, and being more productive in the red zone. I think something we talked about and kind of went back and looked at how we could be more efficient in those areas. And then I just think cleaning up I feel like we're really close in the pass game. And we've really leaned on the run. Our defense has been playing really well. We've been kind of leaning on the run the past couple of weeks. But down the stretch, we're facing these really good teams in November. We're going to have to throw the ball. And so I think just cleaning up all areas of our pass game, from protection to being able to connect on some more explosive plays to help keep people honest and from loading up against our run.
What has Damian done to really take that next step as a runner?
He's run really well the last couple of games. I think he's just been able to kind of find his rhythm and confidence in the run schemes that we have. It's just been nice I think for him, any back, I think just to get him a good number of carries where he can kind of get in the rhythm of the game and get in the flow. And I just think he's seeing the wide zone, which is a big part of what we do. I think he's seeing that really well right now. I just think the more reps that he keeps getting, more game reps he keeps getting comfortable with what we do, he's going to continue to grow and be a great player.
I feel like you got what you wanted to out of the bye week.
You always kind of get a lot of things. I think it's hopefully an opportunity for us to get more healthy, and then us as coaches to kind of go back and watch our first 8 games, self-scout what we can do better, things we're good at, things we need to get better at. And then it gives you a little bit more time to kind of watch your upcoming opponent, get comfortable with doing that.
What do you feel like from playing in the Utah game to now, specifically, what do you feel like you've improved most on?
I would just say just understanding the situations of the game and playing winning football and using our defense, making the smart decisions, making the smart reads, completing the football. I think, limiting turnovers and stuff like that. And I think, like using our defense, using our run game, and being a threat in the play action game. And I think just overall my comfort level, I think I've gotten better with that. Just kind of the game seems to be slowing down, start after start.
Yeah. Was there one particular game where you felt like you really learned something about the position? More than the other ones?
I'd say, the Stanford game, my first start, I think it's kind of like, it's a long game. I think that's what I learned a lot from that game, was that, we didn't start the strongest, but, we finished and made plays when we needed to. And I think from that game, I learned a lot that, that you just got to keep rep after rep, stacking good reps, and at the end of the day, you'll get a result, good result.
Is it one thing you guys always talk about? You got to prepare to be the starter, regardless if you are or not.
Yeah.
But is it different when you know you're going to be the starter and in the preparation part?
Yeah, for sure. Because you get a lot more reps during the week of practice, and I think also just it's hard to say prepare to be the starter when you're the backup until you're actually the starter. I try my best to do that, but until you're actually started, I feel like just getting the extra reps at practice, extra reps even at walkthrough and stuff like that, they all kind of stack on each other, and you just feel more comfortable going into the game.
How did you approach the bye week? What was there things you were able to do during the bye week, knowing that you're probably going to start Friday?
Yeah,
things that you might not have done otherwise.
I think during the bye week I was just mostly concerned about just recovery and still watching tape and stuff like that, but I took it pretty easy throwing wise. Just kind of keep my arm fresh and my legs fresh. Definitely watched some tape, got a head start on UW, and I think it was just a great a week for all of us to kind of take a deep breath, and then as we head into November, we want to be playing our best ball. So.
Does your body feel different 8 games in this season versus last year 8 games in, just because you've been playing a lot, or does it feel about the same?
Before the bye week, it was different. When you're actually, I haven't taken a hit in 2 years before that or whatever, or even more than that. But just the hits and stuff, and it's definitely different, when you're actually out there taking live reps and stuff. So I think just kind of managing that, and focusing on recovery.
How much does that help to have that extra week to take a look at a defense?
Yeah, for sure, it's huge. I think our coaches they've dialed up a great game plan for us this week, and I think as players it's a real opportunity to use when you got an extra week of preparation. Just clip after clip, rep after rep, just getting more comfortable with how they're going to play us on defense.
So what are you kind of expecting from the Huskies then?
Yeah, exactly. I think they're a great team, a great defense. They got a great crowd over there, so it's going to be a tough game for us. But we look forward to the challenge.
How do you look at an environment like that with the crowd and then with the weather on top of it?
Yeah, I mean the weather. I think it's not going to be much of an issue. Hopefully, it's not much of an issue for us here because we pride ourselves in owning the weather, and we practice in conditions like these all the time. So, but I think definitely the crowd noise. We had experience with it at Utah, so hopefully we'll build off that. But it's definitely a hostile atmosphere, and we look forward to the challenge.